Welcome back to Passion About Music Education. I'm Rachel Hardman, and in this episode, if you are feeling any form of teacher stress, then this will be a game changer if you start to change your morning routine. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you know that this channel is completely dedicated to music education and teachers and helping teachers be healthier, happier versions of themselves. And if you've lost your way a little bit, you're feeling a bit down, then this episode will be really for you. And the reason I can talk about it is because it comes from my own personal journey. Some people will call it a spiritual awakening, some people will call it a midlife transition, some will call it depression and burnout, some will call it needing to go back and do inner child work or that shadow work. It doesn't really matter which platform you follow, they all come back to a much healthier morning routine. And I think Brendan Burchard, who's an amazing life coach, high performance business coach, talks about your morning routine as winning the day. Well, if you've been like me for a number of years, you tend to react to the morning rather than respond. You tend to get up kind of at the last minute, rush around the house, sort all your lunch out, sort all your bags out, go out the door. You may well have already checked your social media, whether that's personal social media or whether you've checked your own emails or school emails. And by the time you've got to work, particularly if you're commuting at very early time of the day, you already have started to build up the daily stress because you are reacting to everybody else's timescale. Then you walk into the building, you turn your laptop on, you answer emails, you go and do your classes, and it's go, 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 and you're still reacting to everybody else's timescale and agenda. You haven't had time to have a calmness or to reflect about what it is that you want to achieve in your day. So we do live in this sort of autopilot. This is how we are as teachers. This is how we get up in the morning. This is our daily routine. And we find that once you start digging into all of your habits, your autopilot, that much of what you do is a reaction as opposed to a response. And this means that you're not really in control of your day, and it has such an impact on your emotions, which is okay if you work in an amazing environment and everything is all going perfect because you're just going to keep responding in a positive way. But if it's that certain time of year and you're leading up to a concert or report writing or exam entries, then you'll find that you react and it engulf those emotions up into you, which will add to its stress and will make you feel unhappy. So the other biggest thing that I found prior to doing all my own research, which I'm sharing with you, was the fact that when I woke up and I got up and you go in the bathroom and you're having a wash or a shower or whatever, you're instantly thinking about the day, the schoolwork that you have to do, and your brain is going 100 miles an hour. Again, sometimes that's your own choosing because you want to do that, but often I was finding that I was awake at 6:30 or 6 o'clock, and as soon as I was up, I was instantly thinking about the day and everything that I had to do, and I'm like, it's 6:15, why am I thinking about work already? And I couldn't find a healthy way of turning that off, but I have. So here are some ways that you can change your morning routine that will, I promise you, reduce your stress. First of all, get up a little bit earlier than you normally do. Now you're going to see loads of people talking to you about, get up at 5 o'clock and all of that craziness. Now if you're, an early riser and you can do that, that is brilliant. But in reality, with a teaching timetable midway, 3/4 way through the semester, that might not be the case for you, and that is perfectly fine. But by getting up a little bit earlier, you actually give yourself more time. It's not more time to do schoolwork, it's not more time to do emails and all of that kind of stuff. It is time for you just to have that calmness in the morning, and that's a big change. If you're sporty and you want to get up and do that run and or go for a walk or walk the dog, that's another way that you can fit that in so that you are on your time frame and you are responding to the day in the way you want to do it. But having that extra bit of time in the morning for you, not to do more, not more housework, not more cleaning, not more, answering emails, but more time for you to prepare yourself and to feel better is the first thing I would recommend that you do over the next 21 days to see a change. So what do you do with that extra half an hour or hour that you get up? Well, that's your decision. You could go for a walk, you could do a run, you could do that exercise part. What I tend to do is I get up, I have a shower. I don't touch any social media at all anymore. First thing in the morning, I don't look at it, don't check my emails. I'm on my time frame, it's for me. I'll do some stretching. I will come and make a nice cup of tea. I will sometimes journal, sometimes I'll do meditation, sometimes I'll do reading, I'll play in the piano. I would give myself half an hour in the morning for me, just me, so that I engage myself into that sort of happy space, so that I feel like that I'm not running around on everybody else's agenda, that I'm actually starting the day how I want to do it in my own way. I would be honest and say I'd love to do more sport in the morning, but I'm not that person, so I'm not going to say I would do that. But again, this might be for you exactly what you need to do. But having that space to do meditation, to do journaling, to do reading, to play the piano or play your musical instrument for you, not practicing for school and accompanying, but for you. Listening to music every morning while I'm now making breakfast. I tend to put a channel on, a YouTube channel, and listen to some jazz music while I'm, preparing my lunch and all that kind of stuff. Because it brings that calmness into my day. It starts me off in a place where I feel calm. My head isn't noisy because I've given myself some space. I'm not instantly thinking about what I'm doing constantly as I get to work. So changing your morning routine and giving yourself an extra half an hour will make a big difference. So after you've spent your morning routine, whether that's 10 minutes showering, 10 minutes journaling, 10 minutes yoga, 10 minutes having a nice cup of coffee while listening to some music, still avoiding social media and certainly avoiding school emails. What next? You've got maybe another 20 minutes before you go off to work. This could be the chance where you reflect on the goals that you want to achieve today. How are you going to turn up your best self? Who are you serving today? Is it your students in your band program or your choral program? Is it your colleagues that you're going in to observe or support or mentor? Is it your own personal progression and growth? Are you going to find some time during the day or in the evening to work on your own personal goals? That really is part of your daily planning. So for me, what I tend to do that in the evening. So I would tend to plan 3 or 4 things I need to do for tomorrow or the next day into my diary, and then in the morning I'll sit down and I'll look at my diary and I will look at those goals and really envisage doing them successfully and how I'm going to do them, when I'm going to do them. But those goals aren't just work related, and although I'm going to go to work and I want to serve my students and do an amazing job for them, I still need to, obviously pay bills or do personal reading or apply for a course, or, when I'm going to make a YouTube video to share my knowledge, when I'm going to do some more reading. I have to plan that in. And if I don't do that, what I find is then I go into work and then I'm busy, like we all are as teachers. And you come home and you go food shopping, you do the washing and the ironing and the cooking, and suddenly you haven't really put anything into your day for you. You haven't felt that you've achieved those goals. I don't set too many goals because I like the fact that I can tick them off each day and I know I've done 2 or 3. Sometimes I might even go into the next day and clear them off as well. It depends on how productive I am, but I also see it as a marker for me knowing that I've achieved. If you're like me and you're energy free, then you're kind of quite intense and goal driven, and you want to get things done. You're like, I need to get things done, and then I make myself feel happy. But I also don't realise how much I've achieved during the day. So by stepping back and going, what are my 3 goals? What do they look like? How will I feel when I've achieved them? Then I can, control that achievement, still feel good that I'm moving forward each day, and I don't do that without reacting or getting stressed by everything else. So really ask yourself, what is your morning routine like? Are you reacting to the world? Are you reacting to other people's agendas, other people's timelines? Or are you going into the day on your agenda, your time frame, and responding to the world from a calm, focused manner? Because if you're doing that, you will instantly find that changes how you feel. Having practiced this for a while and making those changes of getting up earlier, having that sort of meditation, stretching, calmness to the day, reflection on my goals, sometimes doing exercise, I'm in control of my day, and suddenly I actually have much more free time in the morning than I originally thought I would have, and I'm able to go to work in a much calmer controlled manner in the way that I want to turn up, because I'm not reacting. As you've stated to the end, my last piece of advice is put those phones away and don't be the first thing that you look at first thing in the morning, particularly if you're somebody who does have your work emails coming through to your personal phone. I don't recommend that, but everybody does everything different, and you have to decide how that looks for you. But if you're checking them at 6:30 in the morning, you are again reacting to the world. You are responding to other people's agendas and timelines, which don't necessarily fit into your schedule and what you have planned for the day, the week. So big advice, keep those phones out of the bedroom, keep off the social media, give yourself a much healthier start to the day. And after 21 days of doing this, 3 weeks, you will notice a considerable amount of difference. And my friends, in exactly the way that we talk to our students about practicing, and the more we practice, the more it becomes ingrained, the better we get. This is the same for a morning routine. You might find you do this brilliantly for a couple of weeks, then you have a couple of bad days because you keep hitting the snooze button. Don't worry, those days, let them go and then get back into it. And I promise this change of morning routine will make you feel a much happier, healthier version of you. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, and I will see you on the channel very soon. I'm Rachel Hardman, and this is Passionate About Music Education.